Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Youngs and my presentation pertains to the internship that I have done throughout this spring semester. So to give a brief introduction, we are going to go over the position that I held, the location in which I did my internship, some of the responsibilities that I had to do with my job, that came with my job, as well as my special project and some of the skills that I learned throughout this time at Midland Ford. So yeah, we're just going to get started here. My position was a service writer in the quick lane department. They have a regular service department, and then they have the quick lane, which does all the preventative maintenance. And this was located at Midland Ford, very popular Ford dealership within mid-Michigan. You see the commercials on the television on at least 9 and 10 News and things like that. So definitely a popular Ford dealership in northern Michigan as well as mid-Michigan going to the east of the state. So to just give an overview of the quick lane department, we do oil changes, tires, tire rotations, tire repair. We do brake work, mainly disc brake work. We don't really open up the drums to do shoes or anything like that. So we basically stick to disc brakes. Otherwise, we'll send it over to the regular service department. We also do some suspension work, like the occasional tire rod end or sway bar link or something simple like that. And we also align vehicles, mainly toe adjustments, things like that. So we also do fluid flushes and change outs. We handle the transfer cases, differentials, as well as the transmissions and the radiator flushes, coolant flushes. So. And then last of all, we handle the battery testing as well as replacing batteries. And then we also do replacements like windshield wipers and simple things that we can not have to send over to the service department, like light bulbs, things that can be easily accessible and replaceable through a lower skill of a technician. So. Some of the responsibilities that I had from day-to-day operation, first main job responsibility that I had was greeting and assisting customers with their maintenance. So as soon as the customer walks through the door, I would greet them with a hello, how are you doing today, how can I help you, something like that. And then also sending the customer off with thank you, have a good day, and cashing the customer out, and then letting them know the results of the oil change and the multi-point inspection that goes along with the oil change. So I quote and communicate needed maintenance to the customer. Like I said, I'm basically a liaison between the technician and the customer, just letting the customer know what the technicians found on their vehicle and what needs to be replaced, what maintenance needs to be covered, things like that. So I also answer the phone and schedule appointments. Most of the appointments are done over the phone, but if somebody comes in and wants to schedule an appointment, I can also do that as well. So lots of multitasking, lots of tasks going on simultaneously. So it takes patience and just making sure I can focus on the tasks that need to happen, even if they are happening all at once. So. Some more responsibilities that I have through this job. I guide and manage technicians throughout the repair process, whether it's dealing with like swollen lug nuts or something like that, or just having them do like brake work and stuff like that. I can guide the technician through that. I work with a lot of fleets, Element Fleet Company, Lease Plan, things like that. Different fleets of vehicles come and get their oil changes. Power companies, First Community Care is a healthcare provider. They have a bunch of vans that we service in the quick lane. So I have to call and get authorization or go on the website that their fleet is tied to and get authorization from the interactive website that they provide. So I also communicate with the parts department. I call over there and tell them what I need, what quotes I need on parts. They tell me the price, and then I communicate it over to the customer. And essentially, I just communicate back and forth with the parts department and let them know what I need. So I also handle money, cash the customer out, and then last of all, I organize and print the daily reports of the various transactions that go on, and at the end of the day. So then the pay structure that I'm on, I'm basically paid hourly with a commission bonus based on volume. I'm paid $11 an hour starting out, and this is kind of the commission pyramid that they provide for me. So yeah, if I reach like an $80 repair order average for the month, I get 1% of the total amount of sales that I brought in. That includes customer pay, warranty pay, and internals as well. So, and then $90 for an average per RO is 1.25% of my total sales, and then so on and so forth. So then some of the qualities and skills that this internship has helped me to acquire. First, communication skills. I've definitely seen myself blossom with the 9 months that I have worked as a service writer. My communication skills have increased drastically. So I'm very happy for this opportunity. It's definitely helped me blossom as a person. Computer skills, definitely using like the dealership programs and processing and things like that. Like PBS, that's the dealership software that we use to write up our repair orders and just keep our accounting and everything on that one processing system. So also it taught me how to neatly organize an office and just keep paperwork where it needs to go, just keep it designated under where it needs to go, as well as just a self-awareness of where I am at in my progress, as well as where the entire shop is at with customer lines and things like that, with vehicles in line, and just letting the customer know how long of a wait it's going to be to get their vehicle in for service. So this internship has also taught me a lot of patience, especially with irate customers. I've just learned that empathy and just agreeing with the customer at that point is the best course of action, as far as just keeping the customer calm down until I can get my manager in and resolve the situation. So it is definitely, my internship has definitely taught me a lot of useful skills that will help me out in the future. So my special project that adds value to the business, to the quick lane department, I essentially did a technician procedure manual. Now this is the manual here. I've got 45 pages worth of various tasks that a technician might do. We actually don't have a technician procedure manual for the new techs currently, so this will definitely jumpstart and help the training process and help our technicians to get to where they can perform the fluid flushes and the services that honestly make the quick lane lots of money, where it makes our total sales drive up and makes our profits increase. So it contains procedures for various tasks that a technician might see throughout the day, like an oil change, a tire rotation, tire repair, fluid flushes, coolant flush, transmission flush, fuel induction service, four-wheel drive service, things of that nature, all of the tasks that we would perform on our side. Now with the brakes and suspension, they would have to be certified to work on the brakes and suspension. But as far as the fluid flushes and the oil change, tire rotations, and flat repair, they can cover this and get a jump start on knowing what to do through reading this procedure manual. So yeah, like I said, this procedure manual covers oil change and tire rotation, also known as the works at our dealership, and as well as many other Ford dealerships, pretty much all of the Ford dealerships. So tire mounting and balancing, dismounting as well as mounting and balancing. Like I said, tire repair, fluid flushes, and the fuel induction service, which is essentially cleaning out the throttle body as well as the fuel injectors through spraying a cleaner through the throttle body, just to make sure that there isn't any carbon deposits building on the throttle body and making it inaccurate to get a good idle and as far as throttle accuracy. And last of all, in short, this internship has definitely increased my knowledge as far as dealing with customers and also various processes through the dealership. Definitely with warranty work, dealing with fleets, recalls, things like that. And it also has helped me figure out what I want to do after college. I honestly would love to go and work in a regular service department as a service advisor, and then work my way up from there to become a service manager and possibly even a service rep for the OEM. So, and it's also taught me a lot of valuable traits and management skills. So I have found this internship to be very, very helpful in obtaining personal skills that will help me in the future, as well as figuring out what I want to do with my career after I graduate from Ferris State. So, and that is all I have. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate your time.